This program is made possible by generous support from China City, with locations in Oak Harbor, Freeland, and Mill Creek, Washington, as well as these local businesses.
I think a lot about this phrase because I know that personal annihilation looks and feels like. I suffered early childhood trauma, and then as a teenager, I got hooked on drugs and alcohol. In my 20s, I joined the military, and then I came out, and I endured a witch hunt because of it. And then in my 30s, I was diagnosed with bipolar disorder. Each one of these brought its own form of personal destruction. Each one brought me to my knees. My spirit successively got weaker and weaker until I truly believed there was no hope for me to be sane or safe or happy. But through all of this, what I learned about myself is that I'm a fighter. Life has knocked me down time and time again, but I always get back up and fight and kick some ass. It may not sound like it, but I've always believed that I live a charmed life and that I'm a lucky person. So it was no surprise to me that when I got discharged from the military for being gay during Don't Ask, Don't Tell, that I got an honorable discharge. So I got to use my GI Bill, and I went to school at the Art Institute in Seattle. There's the long hair. So I went to the Art Institute, and I made a friend there. Yes, I had a friend. I made a friend there, and she happened to be a professional boxer. I have to admit, I didn't get it. She was smart and kind and funny, and she had a future, things I didn't associate with a boxer. I thought boxing was all about violence and aggression. So when she asked me to go to the gym with her, I was resistant. But I eventually gave in out of curiosity and a chance to do my photography homework. So I put on gloves for the first time. And that's when it happened. That moment I've been waiting for my whole life. The chance to just let it all out and hit something as hard as I could. Oh, I just felt the freedom and a release. I was sold. I had no desire to hit another person, but my trainer thought I would be really good at sparring, so I did. I love doing things that I'm good at. And I was, but I had a lot to work on. I was really out of shape, and I had a major fear of confrontation and intimacy, and I hated being vulnerable. None of that translates well into the boxing ring. What I soon found out, though, was that by working on those challenges in the ring, my newfound skills translated directly over into confidence in my relationships and in life. So I came to believe that nothing new happens in the ring. How we handle ourselves when confronted in the ring mirrors how we navigate difficult circumstances in our lives. We can work on things physically, and it allows us to work on them emotionally and spiritually. I hear people say a lot they're surprised how tired they get after just a couple of rounds of sparring. And that's because the emotional component of boxing is so exhausting. Looking your opponent in the eye while being so physically close, and the mental strategies that are going on constantly trying to outmaneuver your opponent. Then you add in the physical part, throwing punches, moving around the ring, defending yourself. It's all happening at the same time. So you have to learn to relax and be confident and breathe so you don't pass out. It's almost happened to me. Boxing is all about vulnerability. If I throw a punch like this, I'm open here and here. If I make this mistake, I'm open for a counterpunch there. So, and not to mention being in front of all those people in shorts and a sports bra. While being faced with your own personal fears in front of somebody who's about to attack you. Yeah. So I've learned the value of knowing just when and where you're vulnerable so that you can either protect yourself or accept that you're going to get hit. You can brace for impact or roll with the punches. When I hold the punch mitts for people in the gym, I get to see what's happening for them up close. Mostly what I'm trying to get people to do is to stay on their ground, staying close, and trust yourself to defend yourself. Now, personally, I'm really big on avoiding confrontation. Most people that know me know that when I'm confronted, I'm really good at defense. Just like in the ring, I bob and weave, I slip punches, I'm evasive, I'm hard to pin down, and just when you think you have me where you want me, I'm gone. That's all a benefit to me when I'm in the ring, but can be really challenging in life relationships. Sometimes, rather than using fancy footwork to get away, you have to commit to your punches and come forward. When I wanted to slow down my professional boxing career, I knew that I wanted to live out my happily ever after here on the island. I've been here for 20 years. I wanted to live here with my wife, Jill, our 4-legged kids, my family, my friends, my close community. So I opened a boxing gym. I wanted to create a space that was safe and fun and inviting, non-intimidating, because I want as many people as possible to have the opportunity to experience boxing and all that it has to offer, without the fear of judgment from age or weight or gender or athletic ability, any of the barriers that would keep someone from walking into a boxing gym, because it's hard enough as it is. Like my mom. Yeah. She's 70 years old. She has arthritis in both hands. But she comes in and she puts on the gloves. She hits the mitts with me. She hits the heavy bag and the speed bag. She's really good at it, and she loves it. Now I know where I get my athletic ability. Thanks, Mom. I especially love working with kids. I don't want any little girl growing up believing that there are things that she can't do in life just because she's a girl, like push-ups or pull-ups. And I'm going to say it, or running for president. The boys and girls are all in the same classes. They do the same exercises. So the girls get to see that they can do everything and anything that the boys can do. And to their benefit, the boys will grow up knowing that girls are badass. Right? Girls are tough. Yeah, there we go. Girls are tough. They're strong. And when they hear, you run like a girl, or you punch like a girl, they'll know it's a compliment. Like all living things, our survival instincts have hardwired us for two things: fight or flight. We use flight all the time, but in our everyday lives, we rarely have the need to physically fight. In fact, we're trained out of it because fighting is bad, it's wrong, it will result in a host of negative consequences. But when I felt annihilated in every area of my life, boxing allowed me to find my power and my indestructibility. And that's the message that I'm trying to teach every day. Stay in your power, stand your ground, because some things in life are worth fighting for. You are worth fighting for. Thank you.